till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He gets it to Humphries. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 42-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Lock in.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Jump. Hey, 18.
They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Bowman. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoff.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jacobs. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as it...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bowman. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Throwing here, Trubisky. So left side, it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. Finding room at the 30. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
70, Indy. Who's off Orchard?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Bravo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bowman under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
49, check 49. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lock in, lock in. Check 6 guys.
Now Trubisky. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run on first down. Whittington trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Raiders on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw. Bowman. It's Hill, complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
It's a gain of 19, but it's third down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Back to throw. Bowman. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, zoom. Get it.
Back to throw. Bowman. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep, and this is caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on